Kwoku pleaded not guilty to all the charges preferred against them and were admitted to 10 million Ghana cedis bail with 2 sureties, one to be justified. Legal counsel for the accused persons and their Piakubi lamented over the use of bail to punish accused persons.
It's becoming too many that accused persons are being subjected to a difficulty of finding value for properties that will secure their bail. It is a national issue that we should discuss.
We can now hear from a former director of the Ghana School of Law, Kwekwan Sasari, who is expressing his opinion earlier in an interview on TV3's News 360.
I'm sorry to observe that the courts are not discerning enough. The one to me case is, a case that seems to be politically motivated. And in politically motivated prosecution, the court, must be the body, that will hold, the scales evenly. Therefore, where a court in a politically motivated prosecution imposes bail conditions that appear, to be too burdensome or onerous, they become harsh and oppressive.
Meanwhile, a private legal practitioner, Martin Pebu, says the charges filed against NPP's Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Entribu Esiako are very significant in the fight against illegal mining.
Extremely significant because now we have a proper poster child, in terms of kingpins for Galamsey. Yes. So Chairman Wunti qualifies as a poster child because we all know, if not for anything at all, he's currently the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, right? And so for such a person to be hauled before our law courts for alleged involvement in Galamsey, he would be a good poster child.
You heard private legal practitioner Martin Pebu on the Wontumi case. Beginning today, Ghana will introduce the human papilloma virus HPV vaccine into its national immunization program to protect girls aged 9 to 14 years from cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths among women in the country. The nationwide exercise, which will start with a 5-day campaign, marks a major milestone in Ghana's fight against cervical cancer through prevention. Judith Brown has more.
Cervical cancer is the second most common cancer among women in Ghana, and tragically, it's also the leading cause of cancer deaths. Each year, around 2,797 women are diagnosed and approximately 1,699 lose their lives. The culprit, human papilloma virus, or HPV. In Ghana, type 16 and 18 are the most common high-risk strains, and they are responsible for the vast majority of cervical cancer cases and other cancers of the vulva, vagina, penis, and throat, as well as genital warts. But the fight against HPV is far from simple. Limited access to screening, especially in rural areas, means many women are diagnosed too late. To break the cycle, Ghana has taken a major step. The government is set to launch a nationwide HPV vaccination program aiming to reach 2.5 million girls between the ages of 9 and 14. The goal, to eliminate cervical cancer by the year 2030. But how aware are parents about this virus?
During our time, this kind of sickness doesn't appear. But it just only nowadays, if you are hearing this and this, why is this like that?
But have you heard about this particular virus, HPV, yet?
No. Yes, I've been hearing something on the TV.
Yes.
You see, but I don't know how it is.
No, I've not.
So you have no idea about it at all?
No, not at all. They should do the, how do you call it? They should study the things well before bringing it to Africa. Why everything Africa?
That was a report by Judith Brown on the rollout of the HPV vaccine beginning today. Away from that, the Health Facility Regulatory agency, HEFRA, has commenced a shutdown of unlicensed health facilities that are operating across the country. During a press briefing yesterday, CEO of HEFRA, Dr. Winfred Kwaliteba, outlined the agency's mandate in carrying out the exercise. There's more in the following report.
Expected to be a nationwide campaign, the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, HEFRA, closed some unlicensed health facilities in Accra. A team comprising staff from HEFRA, the Ghana Police Service and the media closed down 9 facilities with immediate effect. The health facilities that were shut down include Medline Medical Lab, Covenant Clinic, Doku Adi Memorial Clinic, Advanced Diagnostic Center, Ubeth Seda Clinic, and Clinican Pharmacy Limited. Chief Executive Officer is Dr. Winfred Kwaliteba.
Recently, we've noticed that a lot of facilities are operating either without license or some with expired licenses. And this is against the law. Those who have not renewed their licenses, we gave them what we call administrative fines.
And away from that, the National Service Authority will begin implementing basic military training for first 10,000 service personnel starting this year. This was announced at a media briefing to announce the commencement of the 2025-26 National Service Year, which begins on November 3rd, 2025.
After months of anxiety and confusion over when the 2025-2026 National Service would begin, following the suspension of the deployment system over transparency and security concerns, the road is now clear for applicants to begin the online registration process starting from Wednesday, 7th October 2025, with the official starting date of service being 3rd November 2025.
The 2025-2026 National Service registration will open from Wednesday, 8th October 2025 and ends on Wednesday, 15th October 2025. It's going to be for a period of 1 week because already we have way behind time. I am sorry to inform you that all registrants who registered in June 2025 will need to register again, as the previous registrations are now considered null and void. For all those who made payments in June, I assure you that your monies will be refunded to you. All prospective National Service personnel are now required to log on to our new website via www.gnsa.gov.gh.
The Director General of the authority, Ruth Delacedo, addressing the media, noted the service had improved on all fronts, including transparency, security, and ease of service.
Management has taken steps to introduce stringent IT reforms and enhanced internal controls with proper banking trails to combat payroll fraud.
And that's it for the news at 6 on 3FM 92.7 FM with me, Christian Yalley. Stay tuned for more news update. We're back shortly.
3FM. Sunrise on 3FM. The best in the morning. The best in the morning is on 92.7. Sunrise on 3FM.
Welcome to the business news. Coming up this morning, Bank of Ghana begins $1.15 billion forex intermediation this month under the domestic gold purchase program, which will help to shore up revenue for the country.
I want to encourage all banks to design and promote export-oriented financial products. I want to encourage them to support SMEs and agribusiness.
Also this morning, the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana demands ECG efficiency benchmarks to end cycle of tariff hikes.
When you are coming, this is what we want to see. If those things are not met, you don't even entertain them. Go back and do what you have to do.
Plus, the Ghana Tourism Development Company aims to leverage digital tools to enhance visitor experience and grow arrivals beyond the peak festive season.
We need to ensure that Ghana is not only open in December, but Ghana is open 24/7.
I am Christian Yalley. There is more in the headlines coming up shortly. This morning, the Bank of Ghana will this month begin forex exchange intermediation under 8 domestic gold purchase program aimed at improving market transparency and strengthening interbank forex activity. Governor Dr. Johnson Asiama was speaking at a post-monetary policy committee engagement with heads of banks in Accra.
Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Johnson Asiama, says the bank plans to sell up to $1.15 billion in October through twice weekly price competitive spot auctions open to all licensed banks. This means that the Apex Bank will sell dollars twice a week through open auctions where all licensed banks can compete to buy at market-driven prices with payment and settlement done immediately.
I want to encourage all banks to design and promote export-oriented financial products. I want to encourage them to support SMEs and agribusiness, and I want to encourage them to work with us to enhance FX sourcing through formal channels.
Dr. Asiama is also confident that inflation will remain within the medium-term target band of 8 plus or minus 2% by the end of the fourth quarter of 2025. He noted that the central bank remains vigilant to global oil price volatility and possible domestic tariff adjustments.
The return to single-digit inflation is here, and it marks a new chapter in our economic recovery. But it is not the end of the story at all. Our collective responsibility now is to sustain this discipline.
The Food and Beverages Association of Ghana is intensifying pressure on the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission to introduce stringent efficiency benchmarks and a sunset clause on future tariff adjustment for the Electricity Company of Ghana. The call comes amid persistent concerns over the state power distributors' abysmal revenue performance.
Benchmark them by the efficiency that you expect. When you are coming, this is what we want to see. If those things are not met, you don't even entertain them. Go back and do what you have to do and come back. By the time they finish doing what they have to do, there will be no need for PRC even announcing new tariffs.
According to the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG's revenue collection rate barely exceeds 50%, peaking at only 51%, a figure that highlights massive underlying inefficiencies. Official reports indicate that the average collection rate for ECG stood at an alarming 43% between August 2023 and July 2024, leading to under-recoveries of approximately 13.6 billion cedis. General Secretary of FABAG, Samuel Agri, stressed the importance of introducing timelines and a sunset clause on tariff adjustments. This mechanism would automatically halt or review price increase if ECG fails to meet its efficiency target within a specified period.
Every 3 months, whether we like it or not, adjustment will be done. So as the adjustment is being done, at what point are we going to tolerate that? So we need to put a cutoff point there. The ECG should come to PRC for money based on something that never existed.
Agri argues that the current system allows ECG to repeatedly demand tariff increases without facing interrogation on its financial and operational performance.
They have almost about 50% revenue locked up with the public, and they come to us for us to pay more. So what is locked up in there, that is what we are paying for. If they take 95%, that is highly efficient. Once they do that, there will be no need for them to go to government or PRC asking for an increment.
In more stories, the Ghana Tourism Development Company says it is working to boost tourist arrivals beyond the festive season with plans to leverage technology to enhance year-round engagement. Ghana typically records peak visitor numbers during the Yuletide, driven by major cultural events and diaspora homecomings. Speaking at a stakeholder meeting involving aviation firm Sky Airlines, travel technology company Emadios, and key tourism players, GTDC Chief Executive Professor Kobi Mensah said his outfit is rolling out digital interventions to improve data collection and enhance the overall visitor experience. He added that the initiative aims to streamline access to tourism services nationwide and position Ghana as a seamless destination for global travelers.
We need to ensure that Ghana is not only open in December, but Ghana is open 24/7. And because of that, we are putting in place sustainable programs. I mentioned the Ghana Tourism Marketplace. We're saying that we should be able to capture people who are coming in our systems, i.e. you have their contact numbers, email addresses, etc., so that we can, with one big shot of an email, these people can receive information from us. And as the presentation ago, they're talking about content. Immediately, that's what I'm talking about.
Country manager of Sky Airlines, Walanyo Afajinu, underscored the importance of integrated systems that enable tourists to manage their travel and local experiences without barriers.
Tourism industry, a lot of people are coming in now. And what do we have to do? We always need to be prepared for them. We don't need to take them through the traditional way of booking your flights, traditional way of booking your hotel, traditional way of doing things. That is why we have partnered with Emadios to be able to provide this high-level knowledge for all the participants within this industry.
You heard Walanyo Afajinu, who is country manager of Sky Airlines. In more news, Ghana's infrastructure quality ranks significantly below its economic peers, scoring just 47 out of 100, 10 points lower than the average for lower middle-income countries. Deputy Minister for Finance Thomas Nyakwapim has reviewed in the following 3 News Business Desk report.
The Deputy Minister noted that Ghana currently invests only 5.0% of its GDP in infrastructure, below the lower middle income countries' average of 5.4%. This gap results in a crucial financing deficit of 2.8% of GDP, far exceeding the 1.7% average among peer nations. Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyakwapim noted these figures confirms what citizens feel daily, citing public demand for better transport, reliable energy, irrigation for farmers, and digital connectivity. To tackle this challenge is government's Big Push initiative, backed by a $10 billion plan to finance large-scale infrastructure projects. The initiative reallocates significant portions of petroleum revenues and mineral royalties. 13.9 billion cedis is expected to be invested into the policy, with projections to increase this amount to 21.2 billion cedis by 2028. The planned investment is expected to increase capital expenditure by 0.5% of GDP over the period, even as the government maintains its fiscal consolidation efforts.
Let's take a look at how the cedi is faring against major trading currencies and how some key commodities are also doing in the global commodities market.
On the interbank foreign exchange market, the dollar is selling at 12 cedis, 41 pesos. It lost 14 pesos. The British pound is selling at 16 cedis, 69 pesos. It also lost 23 pesos. The euro is selling at 14 cedis, 49 pesos. It lost 21 pesos. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at a forex bureau near you. On the global commodities markets, Brent crude is trading at $65.75 per barrel. Gold is trading at $3,980.83 per barrel, up by $20. Cocoa is trading at $6,179 per ton, down by $104.
And that'll be all for business news on Sunrise. For more business stories, please check out our website at 3news.com/business. I am Christian Yalley.